Hey folks, this is the breaking news. Um, I just seen the live feed of it's part of the live feed TYT, and I think he cancels or fired Francesca Fiorentini. Haha! Oh my God! But she doesn't care probably anyways, and this is the reason I was gonna play a little bit of this, folks. I'm not gonna listen to his bullshit.
For you guys today. Um, Someone has just been picked up by masked thugs in the streets of Boston on behalf of Israel. They've been rounded up. We've got details for you on that in a little bit. The Atlantic has published a full text of the national security conversation around bombing Yemen. We have that for you and the incredible fallout from that. But first, I wanted to start on a note about the network and talk to you guys about that because I think it's important for us to understand this and hash it out, etc. And then we'll get to the stories of the day. Okay, so let me get started. So recently, Francesca Fiorentini asked us at TYT to take her podcast, The Habituation Room, off the network.
Okay.
And we happily agreed to that. And today, I'm going a little further, and I'm going to take Francesca off the network entirely. So you won't see her on any of the TYT shows going forward.
So he fired her, folks. So much for having different views. You're full of crap, buddy. I saw you want certain views, different views, like other views, buddy. I thought you wanted other views, people viewing different opinions. I thought you wanted Mr. Cenk Uger. Just want your stupid centrist bullcrap. That's all you want. And pro police, pro crime, and MAGA, the MAGA light viewpoint, going towards centrism, moving towards the center. It's so-called progressive.
So I want you guys to know why I'm doing that and how this whole situation isn't really about Francesca. It's about TYT, our community, and what we stand for. And so we're for open minds and open hearts.
No, you're not.
I want all of you to know that, and I want to build a community that believes in that and invites people.
No, you're not, because she's not on the show that much. You know, see, only time to times you put her on the show. Like in the old days, she used to be on the show a lot. But now she's on there sparingly, so you don't want those views on the show. And John and what's his name? Jordan. You don't see him that often. You don't see those views on the show. Like you don't see any debates. Sometimes here and there you might see debates, but you don't. I mean, even back then, there used to be debates between him and Anna. I mean, but now you don't really see that. They're on the same page. They're like mainly going towards him and Anna's view. You see more of that. You don't see the other view. If it's supposed to be open to debates.
And that believe in the same things. And by the way, if you don't believe in the same things, and you say, no, I have a strict ideology and I have no open mind about that, no problem. There are tons of shows out there for you guys. So first of all, we've had some disagreements. I certainly have with some of the far left, but I think they've been relatively small. But if you think they've been large, no problem. So they've been around.
See, Cenk hates just this guy. Cenk hates the far left, folks. That's all it is. So-called progressive. I think he actually hates the left. I mean, that's what I really think.
The issue of crime, did crime rise between 2019 and 2023? Well, that's a fact. It did.
And crime's going down. 21, 23. Crime went down. After the pandemic, crime went down. It went up in the pandemic. after the pandemic ended, it's going down. I think, I don't know now if it might be going up. So it's going up and down, but crime was going up in the pandemic. It was going down. It was going up, but now it's going. Crime is going down. I mean, I think now it might be violent crime might be going up, but the whole in general it's not up. It's not going up. He's bullshitter.
But it's okay. We can have different interpretations of it. That's not an issue at all.
Oh, it's an
we
issue.
certainly are-
Issues the truth, buddy. Interpretations. What about the truth? I thought you were for the truth. Oh, what am I doing?
Against police abuse, and we fought against it. I would argue at least as much as any show on the planet, and
You guys used to do that, but not anymore. Maybe Dr. Richie does.
perhaps a lot more. And I take great pride that Benjamin Crump, among others, said that Trayvon Martin would not have gotten anywhere near the national coverage that he did if it wasn't for the Young Turks. So, nevertheless, we could have disagreements about specific policy issues, and we do on slogans and framing, etc. For example, defund the police, Latinx. These are normal disagreements within any community.
Yeah, defund the police doesn't mean what you think it is. And the Democrats did not lose this election for saying defund the police. If you're gonna say that, you're a liar.
And I certainly would never want to shut that down because we're, again, for open minds. And of course, we've had some disagreements on the issue of transgender rights. Let me just say quickly what my position is, because a lot of people outside of the network have been misleading you about this. So I'm for 100% constitutional rights for transgender Americans because why? They're Americans, just like the rest of us, and they should have the same exact rights. They should be protected in bathrooms. They should definitely be allowed to serve in the military. And I happen to think that they should be allowed to play, transgender girls should be allowed to play in girls sports in high school. Now, my position on that is not overall popular in the country. I understand that, and I have a strategy for hopefully how to win on that in the long run. But I don't believe that they should be mandated to play in college and professional level. I think the league should get to make those decisions on their own. I think that that is a small disagreement. Obviously, others think that's a giant disagreement, but that's, again, not the...
No one's saying that they're mandated. Oh my God. They're mandated. They're not mandated. They're actually, there's laws that going against them. It's the opposite what's happening. Oh my God. They're making laws for them not to play. I don't think they're mandating them to play. That they should play. It's not going on. I don't think so. This is a small, tiny issue. This is the garbage. This is a nothing burger issue. This is the problem. And I don't know, he's going along with the MAGA on this. He's agreeing with the MAGA.
Issue here. I think what the issue is when others, among the issues, is when others say only my opinion is the correct one, the moral one. Everyone who disagrees with me is unintelligent, immoral, collaborator, etc. Well, we'll get to the specifics on
transgender female athletes in women's sports. Only 18% of the country says that they should be, in fact, allowed to participate in women's sports.
Your argument is really bad on this, and you're out of your depth. You're correct that trans women should be able to compete in women's sports, but your argument for it is just scientifically and factually incorrect.
Well, now Cenk is talking now. He's talking the majority report too. Oh my God. That's what he says about Frani.
Their own opinions, and it's their opinions. That's why they think that they're right. It's another thing to say that you speak for the left. As you just saw there, 67% of Democrats have a position that is actually to the right of mine. I say that trans girls should be allowed to play in girls' sports in high school. 67% of Democrats say no, not allowed in any women's sports. So I'll work on my Democratic brothers and sisters, and we'll try to get.
Folks,
I'll try to get
I'm not gonna go into this. The big news is, and he's going over all the. So now he's attacking Frani. That's what it is. It's like a takedown of Francesca Fiorentini. All the shows she's been on. This is when she's talking to Mondale. He's seeing all this. Let me see. Let's try this.
Get like super mad, but then rein it in and be cool, and then be like, we're like, yeah, we're just gonna yell, and then we're gonna be fine, and then we're gonna get over it. So that's the kind of beer I like to have.
Yes, thank you.
2 days late now.
I mean, I have my own thoughts on like why he's doing it. I think, if you think your brain was broken by the 2024 election, I think we're looking at a case where someone's brain was broken even harder.
Okay. So, but look, guys, if she had said that about another host, I probably would have drawn the line there. But it's about me, so I wanted to give more leeway. My brain is broken. And by the way, that's still, okay, the first time she's getting super personal. Collaborator, maybe that's a political opinion. Now we're a broken brain, even though we were supposed to have a beer and we were supposed to hash it out and be okay afterwards, but apparently not okay afterwards. But then that was the tip of the iceberg. She continued again and again. Here's the next one.
They do think it's sad,
Mondale.
even though they allow people like us into the fold and the fray, they refuse to learn from us or listen to us. And I think that when you have been doing this work for so long and you still cannot grasp the idea of intersectionality, how race and gender and class all intertwine with one another, and how the right, the fascist goal is to divide us based on these lines. Like, I don't know like who you are. Like, I don't even know if you're smart. You know what I mean? I don't even know. First of all, I don't know who your political mentors are. I don't know who you look up to. I don't know what your touchstones are. I don't know if you know your history in terms of like civil rights, women's rights, gay rights struggle in this country. I don't know anything. I call into question all of that. It sounds like you are just an opportunistic mouthpiece who wants clicks time and time again.
Okay, so
he's right.
He's getting deeply personal there. Opportunistic mouthpiece. Can't grasp.
She's right. She's calling him. I watched it. I never realized that. She's calling him a grifter. And now Cenk Uyghur's, now he's playing all these old clips of her going on shows. I guess she's talking about Cenk. And this guy has a so-called thin skin. Not thin skin, but popular, deep, so-called views. I don't mind disagreements we could have, unless it's personal.
Simple concepts, not smart. But guys, and I'm not angry. Look, people have different opinions, and they want to make it personal. It is what it is, right? I'm more sad about it. I'll say something at the end about that. But to me, the attitude that is toxic, and that's what I don't want at TYT. I want to build a community that is really open to conversations. Is they refuse to learn from us. So the idea is, well, obviously I'm right and the only moral center of the universe, and I already told him that, and this guy wouldn't even learn from me. It's just such a deeply arrogant thought that if someone disagrees with you, they need to be re-educated, and maybe they haven't read any books at all. Okay, did she stop there? Of course not.
And yes, as I told you,
I'm gonna see this. Wait, once he's talking, or what's he saying about her here? Let's see this.
Nothing. You know why? Because you look like a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I never saw this one. Let me just go back.
That's what it is. Like, that's just what it comes down to. You don't look like a fighter. You don't look
I think
smart.
I did saw this one.
You look like a bitch. This is the reality. I've tried to tell it to you nicely. I've tried to tell it to you cordially. I've tried to tell it to you on your show, on my show, on every show. And so either you A, are a bitch,
Hoo-hoo.
or B,
Yeah, I
you
guess
don't
she shouldn't have
you
called him a
actually
bitch.
agree with the right. And I'm starting to think, in fact,
Maybe she shouldn't have called him a bitch. Oh,
I do think it's the latter.
Okay. So again, if I'd called her that, that would have been a different situation, right? But look, guys, also on the policy or the strategy, when you go talk to the right wingers, first we did that, and I mainly did that, and there was a lot of blowback saying, don't ever talk to the right wing. But they won the popular vote. How are we going to win back the voters if
they won the popular vote by 1%. They won by. Okay, Kamala Harris lost by 1.4%, and he won 49% of the country. So the rest of the country disagrees with Mr. Trump. So he didn't want no. He doesn't have a mandate. So it doesn't mean he could suck up, or you don't. Doesn't mean you don't fight. And she's right. This is a guy who's a fascist state, and even call him a fascist. No, he's not. He's okay just to work with. You want to mingle up with them. I mean, you want to work with the MAGA. If you want to work with people, want to work with the centrists, people are non the so-called the moderates, the middle crowd. I think those people voted for Trump. No, that's why they won. People in the middle, they voted for Trump. But they know his base. What he's trying to convince his base. That's what he's trying to do. I mean, but she's right. She called him a grifter. She's definitely right. Ha! She's definitely right, folks. And I'm not gonna go. Let me see. I think that's it, folks. I'm not gonna go anything more. Go into this anything. I'm not gonna go into this. I think that's it. So Cenk finally he cancels Ferrantini. She asked for her pot to be not in the podcast, not affiliated with TYT, but she should have he could have still have her on. You know what I mean? He knows that. He says, no, I'm going to just cancel her altogether. So I'm just going to get rid of her. I'm just going to fire her. So he fired her eventually, folks. But he still could have kept her on as a guest host time to time. Like others come on, you know what I mean? When Mark Thompson, he comes on. And some other guys, what's his name? That Haitian guy. He comes on. And his Jordan comes on. I mean, he has some leftists time to time. They like on a Friday, they call a power panel. Sometimes she's on a power panel, so he could have still have her on a power panel if he really cares about. But he doesn't, folks. He show all those shows. I guess this guy has a thin skin, but he attacked her too. I mean, he attacked her too, folks, saying she was ridiculous about concentration camps, and she was right. I mean, and they attacked her. He and Anna attacked her, actually. They did a show, a segment about that. They attacked her, so now he's just all that all those they've been thin-skinned. And then they're attacking the majority report too, again. Anyways, folks, I don't watch these guys anymore. Sometimes I watch the show. I still subscribe, but I don't watch them. Man, they're garbage. And she's right. These guys are total grifters. They don't really care about civil rights. Just use the pain of minorities for money. That's what these guys do. Do they really care about the Palestinians? You wonder. I mean, yeah, he does. He's a Muslim. I think he cares about them. But black people, even trans people, does he care about the trans? Does he really? I don't think so. I don't think he cares about minorities. It was all just a grift. Anyways, folks, I'm going to end this. Frani's out, and I'm out.
If we never talk to them.
Oops, I'm out.